Okay guys, so I'm using one of the Crosstrek's two auxiliary power outlets to power my dash cam. As you can see in the center console, there's already a hole here from the manufacturer. All I did was loop a coat hanger around the micro USB side of the cord and feed the hanger into the hole sideways. From here, after a little bit of poking around, you should be able to see the coat hanger visible between this gap under the steering column. It was visible for me all the way to the right. Some people remove more of the trim here for better access, but I didn't want to do that because of the airbag that's present under the trim. Instead, I could see the coat hanger already, so I just used a spring-loaded grabber that I have to reach in and pull the hanger and the cord the rest of the way through. Next, with a pry tool, I was able to remove the side panel on the car and then use just a small amount of force to pull down and remove this console. There is also a screw on the left side of the console that will be visible after removing the side panel. You can remove it first if you want more room when you remove the console. I continued to pull the wire through and out this hole, which is visible once you remove the side panel. Reminder that the side panel has to come off before the console. From here, I was able to bring the wire up into the A-pillar. So the trim covering the A-pillar is very easy to remove as well. First, remove the speaker cover using a pry tool. Then on the 2019 Crosstrek, just pull from the top of the trim out into the car. Pull on the A-pillar. It will release and come right off, and it will hang from a plastic piece that's attached to it. The older model Crosstreks that I found in a few other videos when I was looking this up had a plastic piece that you needed to twist before you could remove the A-pillar trim. The 2019 Crosstrek doesn't look like it has that. Instead, there's just this connector that you can see here that comes right out. And from there, you can lift the bottom of the trim out of the holes that were previously covered by the speaker and just move it out of the way. So note the location of your airbag and make sure that you tuck your wire above it in such a way that it doesn't fall down in front of it. I actually ended up using some twist ties to connect the dash cam wire to the other wires that are already taped together here, just to make sure it wouldn't fall down after I replaced the trim. From there, it's very easy to tuck more of the cord into the material along the top of the car. It's not visible in this video, but I tucked the wire behind the corner of the ceiling fabric, and it did a good job of holding it in place. Finally, I was worried about how to get the cord around or underneath of the eyesight system, and this turned out not to be an issue. The plastic casing that covers the eyesight cameras actually has a little bit of wiggle room, and I was able to tuck the wire right into it. You can continue to tuck the wire into the eyesight casing for pretty much as far along as you want to go, and there seems to be a fair bit of empty space in there if you want to stick an additional amount of wire in there. Okay guys, here's a quick follow-up video after I put the car back together. So as you can see, the dash cam is still being powered by the auxiliary power, and that cord is still going up through that hole in the center console. From there, it's spanning across underneath the steering column here where we pulled it through with the grabber, and it's visible there. And this is what it looks like after you put the console back in place and also that side panel. From there, we tucked the wire further into the weather stripping on the inside of the car between the plastic panel and the weather stripping, and we pushed the A-pillar back into place. That goes back into place very easily, just a little bit of force. And as you can see, we tightened up the wire that was coming across the top of the ceiling and tucked the rest of it into the casing of the eyesight system. Finally, I just used a small rubber piece, as you can see in the video here, to control the amount of excess wire that I wanted to come out of the casing holding the eyesight system in place. I found the process to be pretty easy, and I don't really have any sort of background with cars. If you're still looking for what kind of dash camera to get, I got this one for under $40 on Amazon, and I'm very happy with it after a month. I will link this camera in the info section and also link another video showing footage from the dash cam in case you want to check it out. So yeah, I hope this helps.